Okay guys, so what do we currently see on a Euro USD chart? As you remember, we had this very huge 12 years trend, bearish trend, that was finally broken back in July 2020. And after the market broke this line, we expected for a correction and a retest of this line. This is basically what happened on the market. We were expected a little better correction to confirm the previous level right here that actually nicely aligned as a 38% on a Fibonacci level right here, and this what we expected for the market to retest again. But this never happened because in November, after election in United States, the market was rejected and it started its huge impulse to the upside. So let's go to a weekly and see what's going on a weekly. So on a weekly, as we said, the market created this impulse, and while doing this impulse, the market started decelerating right here, and it went for correction. So after correction, we expected for an impulse. Unfortunately, it never made 38%, and it made it impulse to the upside on the election, November 3rd. If you want to go to a daily, you will see this date here. So after election, market created this huge impulse, and now after this impulse, if we want to measure Fibonacci levels, then we will see that market is now creating its correction. And when it does a correction, we normally expect for at least 38% here, but at this point market has already retested 50%, which is nicely aligned with our previous high. So the question is, should we expect a further correction all the way here to 61%, which is a very strong level of resistance, and is located right here, right, with this previous candle, which is now turned support, and this previous high, which is also now a support. So possibly, and there's a huge level of orders in this area that are still not closed. So technically, we're ready to expect for this correction to the 61%. And what do we see? That market started its correction, then it created first wave, then tried for a second wave, and it created two nice candles on a weekly chart. First one looks like a little hammer with a long shadow right here, and the second one was supposed to fill it, which it actually did, but touching 50%, it was rejected. And on the last week, we expected it to fill this week, but it actually never happened because market tried to retest this high. And if we go to a daily, we will see that the market was trying to retest this level right here. So what should we expect next? We know that if the market not breaking this line and it's turning for correction, it probably will go all the way down to retest the previous level. In this case, we have created this corridor, which market will be trying to retest either way, and we can expect its movement either right here and retest this level, or we can actually wait for this to try this previous level, and then after correction we may expect it to go to this 61% on a weekly. Okay, let me remove this real quick from here. So now, last week was closed with this red candle, which basically says that we should expect another candle to fill this week, but we don't know if it will fill it completely and go down, or it will create a second wave to the upside and retest this level. So at this point, we need to go to 4 hours and start monitoring the situation. If we put our EMAs right here, what do we currently see is that the market is in bullish trend right now. So there is no signals for the sale. If we go to MACD, and MACD is also above 0, so it also says that the market is bullish. So it is too early to say anything about sales. But the way the market makes this deceleration right here, and now it starts creating lower lows, it gives us a little signal that after another wave we may see a deeper correction. And when we see this correction in this area right here, then we can start monitoring and see if the EMA will cut for short, like this, for example, and the MACD will cross the 0 right here. This will be a signal for a sale. Until that happened, we can talk about long for maybe next day or two. So far the market is pretty neutral because we don't know. We did not break this line, so we cannot tell that we will go up. But this candle completely covered the previous one, and it says that we can possibly have movement to the upside. So when the market opened, I suggest you to monitor this area and see what market will be doing. And then when it crosses this, its EMAs, and also MACD crosses the 0, then we can start looking for a potential opportunity to go short, and this line will be our next goal. This will be a take profit 1. So potentially we can expect for this moment. So this is it, guys, for next couple days, and then we'll be monitoring this situation and see if there is any possibility for us to start selling Euro USD. And for now, market is pretty neutral. So next day we will be monitoring, and then whenever it gives us a signal, we start selling or buying. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel and put your comments in the section below. I'll be happy to answer your questions.